Good morning, I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, and you're listening to Earthcast, SOS.com. In light of the historic Paris Agreement to end climate-altering, subsidized fossil fuels, members of Congress call for a halt on seismic airgun testing in the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, yeah, baby. For those of you who remember, last year I went off on MSNBC's The Ed Show when President Obama signed off on allowing seismic testing along the eastern seaboard. Every 10 seconds, nonstop, for a couple of months, air guns explode 8 times louder than a jet engine, scouring the ocean floor for more heat-trapping fossil fuels. What the frack? 31 members of the House of Representatives, led by Mark Sanford, Republican, South Carolina, and Bobby Scott, Democrat, Virginia, sent a letter requesting an end to seismic airgun exploration in the Atlantic Ocean. The lawmakers want a review, and rightfully so, because the endangered North Atlantic right whales are in harm's way, as well as beleaguered fisheries and endangered leatherback turtles. NOAA, sadly, has signed off on 4 applications to kill the ocean for these bloody fossil fuels. Testing could begin within a couple of months. It makes no sense whatsoever to conduct these deadly underwater explosions along the eastern seaboard of America. Seismic air guns deafen whales, dolphins, critically endangered bluefin tunas. Oh, I love those babies. Endangered leatherback sea turtles, and so many other creatures, including sharks. Doctors of the sea. A deaf whale is a dead whale. The right whales are helping all of us fight the climate crisis with their flocculent fecal plumes, their poop, rich in iron and nitrogen that fertilizes phytoplankton. And by the way, we're missing 40% of the phytoplankton around the globe, which sucks rising levels of CO2 out of the atmosphere and gives us almost 3 out of every 4 breaths of air, oxygen. There's no more than 400 North Atlantic right whales left on Earth. The loathsome whalers of a couple hundred years ago, and for a couple hundred years, murdered hundreds of thousands of these beauties. Right whales already face ship strikes, entanglement in fishing gear, diminishing food supplies from the climate crisis, hundreds of millions of hooks on long lines along the eastern seaboard, and now these lethal seismic airgun blasts. Almost 90 towns, cities, and counties along the Atlantic coast have passed resolutions opposing seismic testing or offshore drilling. What was President Obama thinking when he signed off on this? There hasn't been offshore exploration along the Atlantic seaboard for 30 years. The world has discovered over 4 times more fossil fuel reserves than we can use. We need to keep 80% of the fossil fuels in the earth. On this one, I give President Obama an F. F for failure to understand how sick our oceans are and how crucial the whales are for our very survival as a race. We need nature to survive. Nature doesn't need us. The real wealth of a nation, the real wealth of America, lies in its soils, air, fresh water, wildlife, forests, and oceans. Hello? please watch the Natural Resources Defense Council and International Fund for Animal Welfare film Sonic Sea at sonicsea.org. Hashtag Save Nature Now. Hashtag Love Nature. Hashtag Love is the solution. Earthcast SOS needs a helping hand. Come on to drreese.com, DRREESE, drreese.com, and make it happen by clicking on the donate button. Or there's still time. Pick yourself up a holiday pack. It's an organic tea from my Save Nature Now World Tour, an organic tote bag because we're not using plastic, a petroleum-based sidekick of these awful things, because that's not what we do anymore. We use our organic bags, my tote bags preferably, and a copy of my latest book, Shepherding the Sea. I'll autograph it, all three, only $49 at drreese.com. Just do it. I'm Earth Doctor Reese Halter, reminding you to protect our planet.